So this is the assignment for full stack developer internship role. So we have to create an Excel data importer in which we have front-end requirements which says file import page should be there. In file import page, we should have a component which will be able to use drag and drop functionality to upload a file, and it should also contains a button, input button, where user can click and just put their file instead of drag and drop. And the file should be only xlsx file, which means Excel sheet file only with the maximum size of 2 MB. So let's see this first. So here my front end is also running. Here my front end is running, and here my back end is also running, which is connected to database, MongoDB database. We will see now. So here is our drag and drop functionality with the button to upload a file also. So next first I will show you drag and drop. If I took this test one and drag and drop it, it, it can take it. And similarly, we can browse and also upload. So here our component can accept multiple files. And when we click on upload files, it will send this file to the backend. Backend will handle this upload file. So here in the backend. So back in backend, we will handle this upload file uh, through our upload file component, not component, through our this query. In this query, we will perform everything from validation to sending these data to the backend, data to the MongoDB also. Okay, so let's go ahead. So second thing, file validation in backend requirements. So we have that we can use this xlsx file, xlx library or xljs library to perform operation on Excel file. So we are using Excel library currently, xlsx library of JS, okay? And validation should be based on these rules, which says sheet should must contain name, amount, date, and verified yes or no. Verified yes or no is like when name, amount, date, all three are valid, then verified will be yes. If name is not valid and these two are valid, then it will be no, and vice versa. And validation rules, name are mandatory, date must be fall in current month, and amount must be numeric and greater than zero. And if sheet is failing any validation criteria, then sheet name that row at specific validation failed with the specific validation with the specific description of the error should be sent to the front end, and it will be managed in the front end also. Let's see this. So here for number validation, for amount validation, and for date validation, first we have to parse it so that we can use JavaScript function on it directly. And here we are using our JavaScript function directly on it, parse.getTime. And after that, we will check whether it falls in current month or not. That's all. That's all. And if it is, then here we are see validate, then we are invalidate, then we are sending this error. And invalid month, then we are sending this error. Similarly, error dot push here also amount for amount. Similarly for name. So this will help us to keep the log of each error at each row, and it will be stored in this error. Then store all the errors related to rows will be stored in our failed rows array. Okay, in this failed row array, we will store file name, in which file, at which sheet, at which row, and what kind of error it is. This all information will be stored in this. Okay, and after this whole functionality, we will be sending this data to the MongoDB by creating it. It's creating a new user object and saving that new user object in user to save array and directly sending this array to MongoDB. And here we are sending the failed rows. If any row is failed, we will be sending 207 code with the all information about it. Okay, let's see. So currently in my test2 Excel, two dates are invalid. Let me show you. So here my test2 Excel. in my test2 Excel, in sheet 2, see, Arlo having date 1 means row 1 date is invalid and row 9 date is invalid. So it should show us that the row 1 and row 9 in sheet 2 and text file 2 are invalid. So let's see whether it will show or not. Upload the file. So it is showing us that text 2 sheet 2 row 1 date is not in the current month. Date must be in the current month. Okay, now close it. And after closing, these two files are already uploaded. Now we can have it in our select file. So here. So currently we are here. Data preview and here data preview. So provide a drop-down listing the names of all the sheets uploaded in the file. And when sheet is selected, display the data in paginated table. And format of the date will be day, month, year. Formatting the numerical values also, and allowing user to delete and asking for a confirmation before deleting using dialog. And if it confirms, then delete the particular row. Okay, and error display we already saw. If backend return any validation error, display in the model log. Currently we see it. Sheet 2, row 1 and row 9 are invalid. That one only. These also they include row number and description of the error. They include for multiple file sheets. Show validation error in separate tabs also. I have embedded. Okay. Now here. So data import. Provide an import button and to import all the rows without error. So if I go to test.2, so in test2 we have 10 files. It will import only 8 files because 2 rows are invalid. So here see, these are 5 and in page 2 we have pagination allowed. In page 2, sorry, sheet 2 we have to import. So here 5 data and it is showing, but 2 rows were skipped. We can see that also. See here, 3 data. So 5, 3, 8. That's all. And for text one also, you text file, test one file also you can use this functionality. Import, all data were imported, no rows were skipped. It is giving us the toast alert also. Import, it's giving. Let's see the delete functionality. When we click on delete, it's giving us a prompt dialog so that we can confirm it and we can now confirm. So it will be deleted. So let's do with this data. It's deleted. Okay. Now this all is responsive. So in mobile view, it can be seen. Wait, I will show. So if it is in mobile view, it's look like this. Pagination also works, and you can change it. Just import. This is the data. Alert is coming. Pagination. Okay. Let's move ahead. So we have seen this also. Display success message upon successfully and highlighted skipped rows. In Toast, I am highlighting this number of rows skipped and successfully importing the data also I am highlighting. So now database integration, MongoDB I am using in the backend and ensure the backend can handle thousands of rows efficiently. So this is my MongoDB database for Excel validator. Let me refresh it. So total number of data we have sent is 40. From 40 we have deleted 2 data from test file 1 and sheet 1. Okay, so 2 data will be not present here. But if you want to see 38 data is present and in test 2 sheet 1 I told you we have 2 invalid dates which is also present in this database, but it will be not fetched in our front end because of this field verified true. So basically I created a model. In model we have 3 fields common: name, amount, date. Then we have a verified field which is storing these all as a valid. If one of them is invalid, then it is storing false. Okay, and these two is here so that I can map the data to fetch it from the database by their specific file name and sheet name. Okay, and in console, in backend console, I'm giving proper flow of working. Suppose we are uploading a file and it is showing files uploaded, received request body, file name, and its object sheet 1, sheet 2, then processing sheet 1, processing sheet 2, it's showing us every single thing. Okay, now let's move ahead. So for front end, yes, I'm using React.js, Tailwind CSS, and ShadCN for component library, advanced component library. Yes, we have pagination also so that we can handle large data sets. So currently, I just made it to show in 5 itself, but we can increase it. TypeScript, I'm using TypeScript in back and front end both. Node.js and Express API development we have done. We have import API, we have upload API, both we have. Use Mongoose for database integration in MongoDB we have done. Database also we are using. Now coming to the part, ensure that it can handle thousands of rows efficiently. So in backend, if you come and see in routes, it's when it's come to upload the file to the backend. Uh, we are not going for each row, validating each row and then sending it to the backend. It will take a lot of time. Instead of that, what we are doing, we are validating all rows and storing it into the array, user to save array. In this row, all the validated rows and invalid rows are also stored. And then together we are sending it to the database. So this will consume less power and it saves a lot of time so that we can handle thousands of rows efficiently by using insert many function. So this also we have covered. Coming to the and coming to the end of the assignment, we have created this whole Excel file manager and that's all. Hope so you liked it.